Hi, greetings, Dr. Hall here, and welcome to week 3 of your Introduction to Business class. I hope by now that you're finding your way around the online classroom smoothly and that you're beginning to dig into the material. I love this class. There's a lot of great material in this class. This class promises to open your eyes to concepts that are absolutely critical to your success in business, and as a bonus, a lot of the stuff in this class is just downright interesting. This week we're talking about global business and doing business on a global scale, and one has to ask themselves, why are we thinking about that? Why are we reading about that? Why does it matter? Not too many years ago, it would not have been unusual to find a class such as this one with barely a mention of global business. And here we have an entire chapter dedicated to it. Well, as I was getting ready to make this short video for you, I looked around my desk quickly, and in the space of about 3 minutes, I found a book here that was published in London, England, some pens that were made in Mexico, my iPhone, which was made in China. These are my car keys, and my car is an Audi, and it was made in Germany. I also found some hand lotion here that was made in Canada, and some magnets on my bulletin board that came from Honduras, and so on. So within the space that I could reach around my desk in just a couple of minutes, look at all the different products that I was able to find that were not made here in the United States. Imagine what our world would be like without global business. It's really hard to do so. Did you know that the number one most known word on the planet Earth is the word okay? The number 2, the second most widely known word on this planet is the word Coca-Cola. Wow, talk about global reach. The second most widely known word on the planet. Wow, that just blows my mind every time I think about it. Now, we tend to be a bit ethnocentric in that we believe that where we live is the center of the universe and that we are the most important consumers ever. But the fact of the matter is, as a country, the United States is not that desirable as a marketplace. The reason for that is because we're completely saturated. We have everything. We own everything. We have iPads and iPhones and vacuum cleaners and 2 cars, and we have George Foreman grills, and we have Wii's, and we have, we just have everything, and there's not that much left to sell us, although certainly they do a good job trying, the marketers that is. But there are other markets out there that are so much more attractive than the United States. The ones that spring to mind right away are India and China. Oh my gosh, what a rich field of potential customers there are for big businesses. So it might surprise you to know that the United States is not the center of business for a lot of global companies. Wow, that's something to think about. And when we talk about global companies, let's think about that for a moment. It's getting more and more difficult to identify a company as being a U.S. company as opposed to a company from Great Britain, etc. And the reason for that is because that companies have such vast holdings and resources in other countries. At what point do they continue being, or do they stop being American or United States companies and start to be a company from another country? For example, IBM, only 20% of its workforce works here in the United States. 80% of the employees of IBM work in other countries. Global business is a big deal. Anyway, I'm very excited about this topic, and I hope you are too. I just wanted to give you a little preview of what you'll be learning about and perhaps spark some interest in the topic this week, and also get you thinking about global business. Okay, that's all for now. I'll see you in the forum. Bye.